My name is Jessica, and at 32 years old. During our argument, my husband screamed, "Don't you dare walk out that door." "You'll regret it," I said quietly. "I'll take my chances." Then I walked out with my suitcase already packed. His frantic call started 3 hours later when he realized I'd meant it. And I walked out 3 days ago. Still processing it, but I'm calmer than I've been in years. The fight started over dishes again. I'd worked a 12-hour shift, came home at 8 p.m., and he was furious that I hadn't loaded the dishwasher before leaving that morning. "You're so lazy. I do everything around here." For context, my husband, 34, works part-time from home, maybe 20 hours a week. I'm the sole breadwinner, working 50-plus hours. I also do grocery shopping, yard work, and about half the housework. But according to him, I do nothing. "I worked 12 hours today. I'll do them now." That's not the point. The point is you never think about anyone but yourself. I started loading the dishwasher. He kept going. "You're a terrible wife. My friends all have partners who actually care about them, who help out, who appreciate them." I kept loading, stayed quiet. I've learned that engaging only makes it worse. "Are you even listening to me?" "Yes." "Then say something." "What do you want me to say?" "I want you to apologize, to acknowledge that you're selfish." So I finished loading the dishwasher, closed it, started it, then looked at him. "I'm going to bed." "Oh, so now you're just dismissing me, walking away from our conversation." "It's not a conversation. It's you yelling at me about dishes I'm actively doing." "Don't you dare walk out that door. You'll regret it." I stopped, looked at him, really looked at him, saw the contempt in his eyes, the entitlement, the complete lack of respect, and something in me just clicked. I'll take my chances. I walked past him, went to the bedroom, pulled out the suitcase I'd packed 2 weeks ago and hidden in the back of the closet, grabbed my toiletries bag from under the bathroom sink, the one I've been slowly stocking with duplicates. He followed me, still talking. "What are you doing? Are you seriously— Oh my God, are you packing? This is so dramatic. You always do this. You can't handle any criticism." I didn't respond, just zipped the suitcase, grabbed my laptop bag, my work stuff, my phone charger. "Where do you think you're going?" "Out." "Out where?" "To your mother's." "She's going to take my side. You know, everyone will." I walked past him again down the stairs. He was still following, still talking. "You're being ridiculous. Over dishes? You're really leaving over dishes?" I opened the front door. He grabbed my arm. "Don't you dare." I gently removed his hand. "Goodbye. If you walk out that door, don't come back. I mean it. This marriage is over." That one word stopped him cold. He'd been expecting me to back down, to apologize, to beg like I always did. I walked out, got in my car, and drove away. He didn't call for 3 hours. When he finally did, I was already checked into an extended stay hotel. When I researched and booked 3 weeks ago, I didn't answer. He called 16 more times that night, leaving voicemails ranging from angry, "You're such a child," to confused, "I don't understand what's happening," to manipulative, "Please come home. We can talk about this." I didn't respond to any of them. The next morning, I called a divorce lawyer. 5 days later, the entitlement kicked in fast. Day 1, after I left, he blew up my phone. 38 calls, lost count of the texts. I blocked his number after the first 50 messages. He switched tactics, started calling from other numbers, his dad's phone, his brother's, random numbers I didn't recognize. I blocked them all. Then he showed up at my work. Wednesday afternoon, I'm in a meeting, and my assistant comes in looking uncomfortable. "Your husband is in the lobby. He says it's an emergency." I excused myself, went downstairs. He was sitting there crying, mascara running. "Baby, please, can we just talk?" "No." "What do you mean, no? I'm your husband." "Not for long. My lawyer's filing papers this week." His face changed, shock to anger in about 2 seconds. "You already got a lawyer? Are you serious?" "Very. This is insane. You're blowing up our entire marriage over one fight." "It wasn't one fight. It's been 4 years of this. I'm done." 4 years? What are you talking about? We've had a great marriage." "You've had a great marriage. I've had a maid, a punching bag, and a paycheck." "That's not fair. I cook. I clean." "You cook maybe twice a week. You clean when you feel like it. And you constantly tell me I'm lazy, selfish, and useless. So yeah, I'm done." You can't just leave. What about the house? What about... Talk to your lawyer. Mine will be in touch. I turned to leave. He grabbed my arm again. Same move as before. Don't walk away from me. Ma'am, security had approached. You need to leave the building. I'm his wife, and you're disrupting our office. Please leave, or I'll call the police. He left, but not before shouting loud enough for everyone to hear. You're going to regret this. You'll come crawling back. You need me. I went back to work. My assistant looked concerned. You okay? Better than I've been in years. That evening, his mother called my phone before I could block it. What did you do to my son? He's devastated. He's been crying for 3 days. Okay. That's all you have to say. You made vows. For better or worse, the worst has been going on for 4 years. I'm out. You're being selfish. Marriage takes work. I've been working. He's been taking. Not the same thing. How dare you? He gave up his career for you. He worked part-time before we got married. He works part-time now. What career? Silence. Then you're going to pay for this. He deserves everything in that divorce. She'll get what she's legally entitled to. Talk to your lawyer. I hung up, blocked that number. Friday afternoon, I got an email from my bank. Someone tried to transfer $8,000 from my savings account. The transfer was flagged because it required two-factor authentication, which I'd set up specifically for large transfers. I called the bank. They confirmed someone with my husband's credentials had attempted the transfer. Here's the thing. When we got married, we set up separate accounts. I'd seen too many friends get burned by joint accounts. He has his own checking and savings. I have mine. We split bills proportionally based on income. I pay about 75%. He pays 25%. But I made the mistake of adding him as an authorized user on my savings account 2 years ago. He'd asked for it just in case of emergency. I'd stupidly agreed. I removed his authorization immediately, changed all my passwords, set up alerts for any account activity. Then I call my lawyer. They're already trying to get access to your money? Yep. Attempted to transfer $8,000 this morning. Document everything. Save those bank alerts. This is going to help us. Saturday morning, he somehow got my hotel information. Showed up at 7 a.m., pounding on my door. Open up. We need to talk. I didn't answer. I know you're in there. Your car is in the parking lot. Still didn't answer. He pounded for 20 minutes. Other guests started complaining. Hotel security finally came. Ma'am, you need to leave. I'm trying to talk to my husband. He clearly doesn't want to talk to you. You're disturbing other guests. Leave now or I'm calling the police. He left, but not before screaming through the door. You think you can just abandon me? I'll take everything. The house, the cars, your retirement. You'll be living in a cardboard box when I'm done with you. I recorded that part just in case. Sunday, I got a call from my buddy. He had shown up at his house looking for me, told him I'd abandoned him, and he was worried about my mental health. Dude, he said you had a breakdown and left, that you're not thinking clearly. I'm thinking clearly for the first time in years. Yeah, that's what I figured. She seemed unhinged, kept saying you owe him. I owe him a divorce, that's it. Need anything? No, I'm good. Just wanted to give you a heads up in case he shows up again. Got it. Take care of yourself, man. Monday morning, my lawyer filed, served him that afternoon. He called from a new number. I answered by accident. You actually filed? You're really doing this? Yes. Why? What did I do that was so terrible? You treated me like a servant for 4 years, belittled me, criticized everything I did, made me feel worthless in my own home. That terrible enough? I was just asking you to pull your weight. Is that so wrong? I work 50 hours a week and do half the housework. You work 20 hours and complain constantly. Yeah, you were wrong. You're supposed to love me. For better or worse, I did love you. Past tense. You killed it. Now I'm just done. You'll regret this. No one else will put up with you. You're too... I hung up. I hung. Tuesday, he retained a lawyer, an expensive one. From what I heard, his parents are funding it. Wednesday, I got a letter from his lawyer demanding the full marital home. I bought it before marriage, but he lived there 3 years. Alimony of $3,000 per month. Half my retirement. One of the 2 cars, both titled in my name. Reimbursement for emotional distress, $10,000. My lawyer read it and laughed. They're shooting for the moon. Won't get most of this, but they're trying to scare you. I'm not scared. I'm relieved. Good. We'll respond with a counteroffer. He gets his personal belongings, his car, if he wants to take over payments, and that's about it. The house is your separate property. You'll probably owe some limited alimony given income disparity, but nowhere near $3,000 a month. Whatever it takes to be done. That's the right attitude. 3 weeks later, the dirty tricks started rolling in. Week 2, he called my boss, told him I was having a mental breakdown and making irrational decisions, and he should keep an eye on me. My boss called me in. Got a weird call from your husband, soon-to-be ex-husband. What did he say? He told me, I sighed. I left him 3 weeks ago, filed for divorce. He's trying to make me look unstable, so I'll lose my job, and he can claim I can't pay alimony. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Your work's been fine. Actually, better than usual. I seem more focused. I am. Sorry he bothered you. Don't worry about it, but document it. Might need it for your divorce. Week 3, he filed a restraining order against me, claimed I was stalking and harassing him. I'd had zero contact with him except through lawyers. Hadn't been to the house, hadn't called or texted, nothing. The hearing was a joke. Judge asked for evidence of stalking. He had none. Judge asked if I contacted him. My lawyer showed phone records. All calls from him to me, none from me to him. Showed hotel footage of him showing up uninvited. Security logs from my office. Judge denied the restraining order. Told his attorney to stick to facts, not fiction. He left crying. His lawyer looked embarrassed. Week 4, I got a call from my landlord at the old house. Hey, so your husband changed the locks. He what? Changed the locks. I came by to check on a maintenance issue and my key doesn't work. He said I abandoned the property and he's the only resident now. I'm still on the lease. He can't do that. That's what I told him. He said he'd get a lawyer involved if I try to make him change them back. Tell him my lawyer will handle it. I'll be by tomorrow with police escort to get my belongings. Sounds good. Fair warning. He's not well. Been ranting to the neighbors about you. Appreciated. Next day, I showed up with a cop, my lawyer, and the landlord. He refused to open the door. You can't come in. This is my home. The cop knocked. Ma'am, her name's on the lease. She has a legal right to access the property and retrieve her belongings. He abandoned me. He gave up his rights. That's not how it works. Open the door, or we'll get a warrant and open it for you. He opened it, glared at me. You're not taking anything, just my personal property. Everything in this house is mine. I picked it out. I decorated. My lawyer, interrupted. She's taking her clothing, personal electronics, and any items she can prove she purchased before marriage. You're welcome to document everything she takes. I'll document all of it and bill her for taking anything. I went upstairs, started packing my clothes. He followed, narrating into his phone camera. She's stealing my wife's clothes. These are gifts. You can't just take gifts. The cop followed us. Those are my clothes. I can take them, but she bought some of them. Then take it up in divorce court. I packed everything I needed. Clothes, laptop, some books, a few personal items. Took maybe 6 boxes total. He filmed everything. She's stripping the house. Look at this. She's taking everything, 6 boxes out of an entire furnished house. But sure, she's stripping it. As I was loading my car, he stood on the porch yelling, You're a thief, a liar, an abandoner. Everyone will know what you did. Neighbors were watching. Some looked sympathetic, others embarrassed. I didn't respond. Just loaded the car and left. That night, he posted on social media a long rant about an abusive wife who abandoned her husband without warning and stole everything she owned. I didn't respond. Didn't even look at it. My lawyer advised me to stay completely off social media during the divorce, but apparently he tagged mutual friends, asked them to share his story, and help him through this difficult time. Some people did, most people didn't. My best friend called, Dude, he's posting some wild stuff. I know. Lawyer said to ignore it. Just FYI. Most people aren't buying it. He sounds unhinged. He's unhinged. That's why I left. Fair enough. You need anything? Nah, I'm good. Week 5, his lawyer filed for emergency spousal support, claimed he couldn't afford to live without my income. My lawyer countered with his bank statements, showed he had $12,000 in savings. Plus, his parents were paying his rent on a new apartment he'd moved into. He's not destitute. He has resources. He has family support. Emergency support is denied. Judge agreed. Ordered a hearing for temporary support in 6 weeks. He screamed to the judge, "How am I supposed to live the same way you've been living for the past 5 weeks?" "By using your own money and accepting help from your family." Next case, his lawyer had to physically guide him out of the courtroom. Week 6, he showed up at my hotel again, 11:00 p.m. on a Tuesday, pounding on the door. "I know you're in there. We need to talk." I called hotel security. He was back. They called the police this time. He was trespassing from the property, warned if he came back he'd be arrested. He screamed at the cops, "She's my wife! I have a right to talk to her." "Ma'am, she's asked you to stop contacting her. You've been warned. Leave now." He left, but not before keying my car again. In the hotel parking lot, on camera, filed another police report. Another insurance claim starting to become a routine. My lawyer filed for sanctions against him for harassment, included all the evidence: office visits, hotel visits, the key scratches, the false restraining order attempt, the illegal lock change. He's not helping himself. Judge is going to be pissed. Good.